This Ardmore in Waterford. Very nice spot, very, very quiet. Small village, Waterford. North, south, east, west Waterford. Very nice. We're staying in that hotel up there. The Cliff House Hotel, which has absolutely stunning views over the bay and over the beach there and the village, as it were. So, but what I want to talk about in this video is the comments on my YouTube channel in particular. Similar comments are made on other platforms where I publish videos, for example Facebook, TikTok, etc. But generally on YouTube, and generally that's my hotel up there now. I'll just spin this round and you can see it has stunning views. Yeah, I was talking about the comments. Generally, my comments or my videos get a lot of comments, and I've made a lot of videos and published them on YouTube and other platforms. I've made a lot of videos on different topics, wide range of topics, ranging from Irish law to Irish business to politics, to society, to employment law, to property law, to investing in shares, starting a business, all sorts of stuff, popular or high profile cases and so on. Let's have a look at this bay here. By and large, the comments can be divided into, as I see it, three broad categories. One are comments which are rational and reasonable and based on the topic of the video and based on the finding of the judge, or based on the facts of a case, or based on a decision made by the government or something of that nature. And generally the comment is reasonable and rational and has some basis in logic, and you can understand it. Then there are two other categories of comments that I get. They're much smaller numbers, but nevertheless they are there in what I consider to be two buckets. And the buckets would be A, the negative. There are commenters, there are individuals who, regardless of what the situation is, regardless of what's happened, regardless of who has done what, or who has won what, or what decision was made, will always find the negative. They are consistent, they are tedious, they are repeated, and they always manage to find the black cloud in any situation. They always find the negative, and if they can't find the negative, then they're going to make a comparison which is tenuous, to put it mildly, but nevertheless is negative. And that's one small bucket of the comments that I receive on my YouTube channel. The other small bucket would be the bucket of conspiracy theorists. In other words, no matter what the decision is, no matter what's happened, no matter who has said what, no matter what the decision in the court was, no matter what the government has decided to do, no matter what Sinn Féin has decided to do, what I've decided to do, or anybody else, these people will find a conspiracy. They will find that it's either the state or the deep state who's responsible, and they will inevitably find some conspiracy out of whatever circumstances you might describe. So if Enoch Burke, for example, is sent to prison for breach of a court order, you have a good number, small number of people who will see the conspiracy there. The state wants to do him down, the state wants to do this, that or the other. I made a video about who killed Joe Deasy, the young man in Mayo, and again the comment was the state was covering up this, that or the other, even though the situation was that the Gardaí were investigating and needed witnesses, needed people to come forward with statements and so on and so forth. And yet the conspiracy theorists will come up with the state is covering up some appalling situation, some, engaging in some appalling conspiracy. So it's either the state or the deep state or George Soros or Bill Gates or whoever. So they are the two buckets of comments, types of comments in a minority who are very much in the minority. Most people make comments that I say are based in reality, based in logic, based on syllogistic reasoning, based on some bloody reasoning. But there are certain individuals, and when I make a video, whether it's a good news story or a bad news story or whatever sort of a story it is, I'm always intrigued to see what conspiracy they can concoct, the conspiracy theorist guys, or what negative spin the negative Nellies can put on it. And it makes no difference to me. I make the videos, I generate a lot of views, I generate a lot of subscribers, I generate a lot of likes, I generate a lot of comments, there's a lot of interaction. So, it's all good from my perspective in terms of, and there's Ardmore over there in the distance behind me, it's all good from my perspective. But I have to laugh at times with what is or are these two groups of individuals going to find with this video. The conspiracy theorist guys and gals, or the negative naysayers, the doommongers, the whingers, the whiners, the people, the individuals who can't find anything good in anything, who always find the negative, who always find something bad, some negative spin, regardless of the story, regardless of what happened or who said what or what decision was made or whether Ireland has won a gold medal at the Olympics, or no matter what it is, good news story, bad news story, it makes no difference. You have three broad categories. You have people who make rational comments based on the facts. You have people, a small group of people then, who find the state or the deep state or George Soros or Bill Gates or the globalist world elite or some group, some concocted group is responsible for, or you'll have the negatives. Anyway, that is my thought about comments on my YouTube channel and on my TikTok channel and on my Facebook channel and elsewhere. And it's just an observation. It's a sad life, quite frankly. It's a sad existence to be spending your time either looking for the negative or finding conspiracies in everything, when you could be looking at the positive. You could be looking at the bay here, for example, in Ardmore on August the 16th or 17th, and you could be thanking your lucky stars. You don't have to stay in a fancy hotel. You could get into your car or get into a bus or whatever and go to some place like this. And you could thoroughly enjoy it. And you don't have to find the deep state or George Soros or Bill Gates or the Irish state at the back of whatever floats your boat. You can just see the positive and the joy each day for the benefit and the gratitude you can derive from it, and the enjoyment you can derive from a nice day, a nice Saturday, 16th or 17th of August, in a beautiful place like Ardmore. Up and down the country though, there's beautiful places which you can enjoy, and I can guarantee you, if you have the right attitude and a positive outlook, you'll find a beautiful place not too far from you, whether it's the lakes in Mullingar or whether it's the Shannon or whether it's the canal in Elfield or wherever coastal town. It's a sad life. It's a sad life to be spending your time seeing conspiracies everywhere or find negative everywhere. And you get to choose, you get to make the choice, and you should choose wisely. That's my view anyway.